there, Sherls here. Thank you for stopping by. I want to share with you the journal I just finished. This journal is for monthly journal club swap in Junkers Craft Co-op Facebook group. For this month, we have two themes that we can pick, Marie Antoinette or Paris in Spring. And I picked the Marie Antoinette because I have a lot of pretty vintage digital from French Lemon Studio Art. It used to be called Antique Papery, and she just changed her company names like a couple of weeks ago. This digital that I use is from the lifetime membership. It is in the old digital that she had, and I think she retired this now. I'm not sure if she's still listed in her Etsy store. If she does, I will put the link on the digitals I'm using on the description box below. The digitals that I use are Lady Victorian Junk Journal Kit and Monroe Fleur Digital Kit. In addition, I also use the ephemera or the ATC sheets from her. I remember what it's called. It's like kind of like what's called college sheets or ATC pack. She just got tons and tons of this ATC size digital that I just printed and use all of the vintage ladies theme that available in that folder to use in my journal. I also used the Parisian Romance digital paper kit that I created last year. The Parisian Romance is still available on my Etsy, and I also put the link on the description box below. So for this journal, the basic requirement is we need to have 8 basic pages and 2 pockets, 1 double pocket, 2 top loading cluster tags, 1 ribbon bookmark, and 1 scrappy pad. With all of those requirements, I think that 1 signature is not enough, and that's why I made 2 signatures. And I made my spine 1.5 inches thick because you see, like after I put all of the ephemera, this book is quite chunky, and if I keep the spine smaller, it will be much more chunkier. Well, some people like it, but I tend to keep my book pretty flat, not so chunky, not alligator, so it's easier to be stored in the bookcase. The cover that I'm using is a hardcover. I made it with the cereal box, and then I wrap it with the fox leather I made with a brown paper bag. And this journal is supposed to be a starter journal, so we don't have to decorate a lot of the pages, and we need to include extras like laces, the digital paper or scrapbook paper that go along with the book that we created, buttons, twine, glazing bags, etc. that our partner can use to decorate this booklet further and make it more into her own, I mean. So this in the cover, I put this corner protector. I didn't clamp it. I want my partner to decide whether she wants to use this corner protector for the journal or not. It's up to her. And so I have like 2 on this side on the front cover and 2 on the back cover here, and none of them are clamped on purpose. And I use this pretty lace to wrap the spine. It just also works as reinforcement for the spine. The paper that I use for the cover is from the Monroe Fleur Digital, and I made these flowers using the Dollar Tree flower garland that usually they have on summer, and put some feather and more decoration here. And this one is from the ATC Seeds set that she has, Antique Papery or French Lemon Studio Art has. And I put it behind this resin frame that I made. The resin I made, it was clear resin, and then I just colored it using brown alcohol ink on the back, and also use a little bit green on the top just for some accent. So I'm planning to make more of this resin and sell it on my Etsy. Right now I'm just still playing with the colorant, like the one I will show you here. This is one that I made using, I think it's like kind of like yellow. I forget the name of the color that I use, but the result just kind of like vintage looking. And this is one that I only use a little bit red on the rose. And this is the clear one. I haven't decided yet which type that I want to sell, like all of these, like some color or clear. But right now I'm just playing, and after I feel more like comfortable with the coloring and stuff. Oh, and if you can see it here, I put a flower on this one just to see if we'll see through. Anyways, so in the future, after I made some, I will put it on my Etsy to sell, because this is just so pretty, and you can just put it as decoration for your cover, just like the one that I use here. And yeah, I'm not really good at making it, like some still have like some bubble, like you can see here, but once you put it on a book, you cannot even see it. It doesn't really like showing. Even if it shows, for my opinion, it will add it more like a vintage or wear down effect. Anyways, let's go back to the journal. And for this journal, oops, the book corner like fell down, but it's okay. For the cover, I made it into a tripod style cover. The reason is this one. It's because I want to include this cascading overlapping envelope. Since I made it a couple months ago, I fall in love with this cascading and overlapping envelope. And like, but this one has like some flaw. Like if you see, if we open it, this top envelope will already open. The reason was I made this cascading overlapping envelope, and I was planning to put this on the front cover here, but then after I made the journal and I put the cover together, it's just last minute decision to put this one on the back cover. So that's why it's like flapping open, and that's why, and also I made this altar paper clip to help it close like so. But right now I have so many things inside here, and that's why sometimes it just like fall apart. I mean, the paper clip just fall down. Anyway, so here in this overlapping cascading envelope, I put the extras, the ephemera or laces that my partner can use to decorate this journal, to finish this journal, I should say that. Like some lace, and this is using the ephemera in the Monroe Fleur digital kit. This is also from the Monroe digital kit. And I put this, I'm not sure what is this. I got this from Fabmo, a non-profit organization that rescue designer fabric, wallpaper, tiles, anything that can be used for creative use. And this is also laces. I'll just put this one here, and on this side I have more, I think the ribbon that is also from Fabmo, lace fabric, and then makeover sheet from Daiso. And here, yeah, I have the ephemera pieces and the extra latest ATC that I printed. Before I work on this project, I print like, I don't know, like 50 maybe. Just a very thick ATC sheets from French Lemon Studio Art kit, and then I just cut the ones that I want to use, and these are some of the extra that I decided to put in for my partner. And this one also the ATC sheets that come from with the Fleur Monroe Fleur digital kit. I'm not sure if I pronounce it correctly. Monroe Fleur Monroe. Oh, it's Monroe Fleur, the digital kit name. And these are some embossed cardstocks, and stickers, and ruffle paper. This these are made by my eldest daughter. She was into helping me paper crafting, and I would give her my cardstock scraps and the texture boutique, the small embossing machine, and she would just play with it and made me all of this. There's still more, but I cannot just include everything, otherwise, I mean, I could, but it would be maybe I would also want to use it for some other projects. And here I include a feather. This is also from the Monroe Fleur. Also include some lace edges, and this frame here I cut it with my Cricut. I made this for another project that I created for my friend, and I made extra, and I just decided to include this one for my partner, so she can use it on this journal like this and put photo behind it. I think it will look really pretty. Now just oh no, I already show you what is in here. So just closing like so, from the tallest one and slowly to the shortest one. And on this back, behind the back cover, I put this pretty lady bookmark that I got from Christy Art, a Ukrainian artist. One of the member in the Junkers Crafts Co-op posted her YouTube and mentioned about her, and I look into her Etsy shop, and she has this pretty paper. I decided to buy it. So yeah, we all know right now Ukrainian is such a crisis, and we all want to support them. I have a Google Doc document listed all of the Ukrainian artists that I know. If you have time, please take a look at the document and please support these artists. You do not have to buy anything. You can just add their Etsy store as your favorite. I believe it will help their stores to get more exposure and hopefully bring some revenue. And if you want to, of course, it would be great for them if you can buy some digital from them, because the digital is like the easiest one way you can support them, because they don't really have to make anything. It's already there. This doesn't cost them anything, and they will receive your money. Especially right now, Etsy doesn't charge them any of the Etsy fees. So what you pay in the Etsy will go, all of them will go to them. And if you have any of the Ukrainian Etsy sellers link that you know of, you're welcome to tell me, and I will add it on my document, or you can add it on the document by yourself. The document file is editable, and to make sure that someone not, like, I believe no one have a bad intent to delete it. But anyway, so I have like another copy that I do not share with anyone, just to make sure if something goes wrong with the document, I have another copy. Go look at the list that I have, check it out, support if you can. And some of the artists, the digital paper artists there, has some sale, like this Christy Art. She put her store on 75% off, and I forgot to check if it is still valid or not, but when I bought it, it has 75% off. Anyway, even if it is not on sale, it's still something that you can do to help them. Also, you will have more pretty paper. Okay, again, sorry, I'm going off tangent, and back to the journal. For the behind the back cover here, I created this, like, I call it like a memory board, which I put the digital kit from the Lady Victorian collection. I cut some little opening, put paper clip, which then you can use it to tuck some ephemera, and that's why I call it a memory board. It's kind of like a board that you can put some memory here. Let's see, let's just try or put it back, and it's really easy, and you can just cut it like any way you want. And like if you can cut like 3 opening, put the paper clip, or like me, you put 4. It's very, very easy to make. Then it close, and here on the back of the front cover, I have this, a writing board. I like to keep my journal like each page is flat so it's easy to write, but sometimes I will also put something like this paper bag, and I want to make sure that it's still easy to write, and that's why I make this writing board. So when my partner is, if they don't want to write up on top of this very chunky page, she can just put this and then write easily. And here I put another paper from the Lady Victorian junk journal kit, and I cut this lady here to make a tuck spot like so. And this signature, like I mentioned, I have two signatures. The first signature I mostly use the Monroe Fleur digital kit, and the second one I used the Lady Victorian junk journal kit. Oh, I forgot to mention that the paper that I used to cover these envelopes are Parisian romance paper kit that I created, and it's still available on my Etsy. I made pink one and also blue one, and they are both are available as well. And this one is like, I like to use this pretty paper for the cover for my signature. And behind this I have this paper bag, a pocket paper bag, and I put some ephemera and some die cut that for my partner that she can use. I like to give her white die cut so she can just ink this as like based on like what color she wants, or maybe she doesn't want to use it on this journal, she wants to use it for her other journal, and she can just color this to fit the theme, the color theme of her other journal. And this one is a cute tassel thing that I got from Papmo as well. I think it would be good if you put like under here, like a decoration here, or like to decorate a tag. It's just very, very cute. Maybe you can also like cut this and use this as a tassel, a standalone tassel each of these, but I haven't really played much with it, frankly. And this one is the cat ephemera from the paper digital kit. I personally would like to use this one like so, because as you can see, it's like it's a full image that you can, it was split by this ticket shape. I'm not sure how my partner will use this. He might want to cut this and use it individually. Like I said, I personally want to use this like so. I have some example in this journal, like how I use something like a full image ephemera, and then we will get there. In my journal, I like to put a lot of writings, and that's why I have like a lot of this empty space here. And this one is the altar paper clip, and this one is also from the ATC sheets set in the from French Lemon Studio Art. I think I still feel like antique paper is still more. It's still I still remember her company as antique paper instead of the French Lemon. Anyways, then this one is a. There's another. This one is a pocket that I made using the scrap junk envelope. I use a lot of junk envelope in this journal to make pocket and stuff, and I try to use the scrap as well to make like altar paper clip like this one or something else. And this paper, this is an avocado dead paper, and I put doily to make this imprint. One of the page that I said it was like one piece of paper that she split it into paper strip, and I still use it as a sheet because I want to keep design. It's more of, you can see this more from the other side. This one, you see, it's like it is like a wall sheet, same design as this, as the front cover. And the French Lemon Studio artist Sherry, she cut them into paper strip, and I think that it looks pretty as is. I don't really want to cut it, and I personally found the gap in between just make it something more interesting feature, and that's why I use it on one side as a, where is it? Let me find it. On this side as a kind of like a floating page which you can write on, and on the other side I use it as a tuck spot. And I printed in a white paper and just ink it with my, what was I used? The vintage photo ink. And here, like I said, you can use as a tuck spot. And you can see here faintly that I use the junk envelope to add more thickness on this paper. And this one is also paper from the Monroe Fleur, and I use my craft paper to on the back of this one. And on this page I made a very big, very fat belly band, and I put the, I would like to call this a scrappy pad, but this might not fit the description of scrappy pad. Anyway, this is something that I made using last year when I made my red cover journal swap from last year, and I have this leftover and I made it into this little booklet. And I also made this altar paper clip using the leftover from the project as well. And this is also one of the paper on the Parisian romance. Here I also put some paper strips, and this is another example of the full design that I just like to keep it as is instead of cutting it into paper strip. And I made this pocket using junk envelope, and I keep this pocket undecorated, so my partner, she can decide how she wants to decorate. She can even put this one, cut this and pack this and put as a decoration, or using the die cut, or even putting this one in the bottom. It would be like very cute. And this one is like empty page that she can be used for writing short space. This one is another ephemera from the Monroe Fleur that I decided to use as a wall page. And she can, like this, I didn't bake this one, I only inked a little bit the edges so it's not so glaring white, and it can be used for a journaling spot. And this one, if she wants to, she can put a photo or something here. And this one is my first top loading tuck spot, cluster tuck spot. I put some ephemera that I did not use, and some ATC sheet tack journal card. Each of the ATC sheet I just pack it with like snack boxes or something like that, so it will be more like stored here. And I decorate slightly in this page. Oh yeah, I also use some of the scraps from my previous project, Laffy and Rose writing journal, and this one she can use this as a writing spot. This one I got this from Misty, a unique treasure, like on my previous Happy Meals video, and for this project, and I decided to use it as a one of the element of my cluster tuck spot. And it's just like so perfect. I didn't put anything here to tuck this because, like you see, it's already closed. I think the paper was already trained to close properly. Like more writing spot and more. And this one is pretty interesting. One is, if you can see it, it is kind of has a Taco Bell design, and this one it is from the glassine paper was from Taco Bell. It's clean. It doesn't have any food stain. I just decided to use it as to make my own envelope, and I decoupaged it with the Dollar Tree napkins and made this cascading envelope page. And each of these has some ephemera that I cut from the journal, the digital kit, and like this one, another one that I decided not to cut, so my partner can decide whether she wants to keep it like this or she wants to cut it. The paper strips, and it's just like close with this tag, and this one open, more ephemera, and again this close, that you can just tuck it behind the first envelope, the top envelope, and you can open these tickets that I already cut. Again, this one is, you tuck it behind the top, the envelope on top of it. More, just tons and tons of ephemera in this journal that she can use to decorate. This is another full page with some cap that I like. It's just really in to have like this cap. I think it's just so perfect to use it like this instead of cutting it and use it for belly pen or something in the journal. And here I have this envelope. Yeah, I forget to ink the edges so it's not so glaring white, but actually I kind of like it like this, so yeah, I think I will keep it like this. Here I put more laces and the journal card. Just in over, and more pretty paper, another tax spot that I kind of show you with more of the ephemera from the kit. And this one is the paper from my Parisian romance, and this one is the pocket created using the doily. And I decided not to decorate this so my partner can decorate this as she likes. And I put some more tags and journal cards from the 86 pack. And this one is a journal card that I made using the scraps of, after I finished this journal, I have like some scraps and I decided to make it into like a small master board and then use it for a tag. And this one she can write something on this, and yeah, this is like pretty simple. My partner can even decorate this further if she wants to. Okay, and this one more journal card. Yeah, I also keep this one empty again so she can decided to decorate it. I was originally planning to use this, let me show you this one, the stress form, to decorate with some lace and print from ephemera from this kit, but then I decided to let my partner do it so she can customize this as whatever she likes. And this one is a pocket with the long tag, and this tag actually is from the Kleenex box. So when you open a Kleenex box, you can, they have like the middle, you can pull it apart, and then where you pull your tissue, and that's what I use for this. And I decided to make a small pocket so you can put another small tag here. And this page is open, so she can use this for writing, and this one is, like I already mentioned, a pocket. And this is the back of the first journal. And this one is my ribbon bookmark, which kind of tangled. Oh no, yeah. I created this little tangle thingy to decorate the end of the bookmark, of the ribbon end cap, something like that. Yeah, ribbon end cap. And this one I got it from UK actually, from my partner. Like I got this like last year or 2 years ago, I don't quite remember. But anyway, I just think that it just fits the theme of this journal, and that's why I use it. And something that I forgot to mention, like this journal, the spine, or the, what do you call it, the hinge, is not really attached to the journal itself. It's kind of floating. So when you open this journal, it can like open really flat in the middle, and compared to if like this one is like stick. It will like pretty still alligatory, and I personally don't feel that it will be easy to write, and that's why I made this like floating style of what you call it, hinge. Anyways, just making floating like this, like the one I created for my scrapbook album. It's like, maybe I should show you like what I mean. Like, see, like if you can see it, it's kind of like gap and it's open flat, and compared to if this one is thick, your book is open with still like, it cannot really like, these two journal signature cannot really lay flat. Sorry ladies, my phone ran out of space and it decided to stop recording midway through my second signature flip through. So I decided just to stop until my first signature and start from the second signature. I'm sorry if the lighting looks different. Every time I started a recording, I will always adjust my phone AF or AE lock just to make sure I got a good lighting. Anyways, for this second signature, I used Lady Victorian junk journal kit from French Lemon Studio Art. For the cover here, I cut this lady to make a tuck spot. So one tip that I would like to tell you, before you cut your image, use the packing tape on the back of the image to support it, and this way when you cut it, the paper won't tear apart easily. Also, where not the gap, the what is called, the where anyways where you the end of your cut and the paper, that edge will not tear apart easily, even if you put a lot of like the very thick ephemera behind the ladies. Like let me see if I have another one. You know what, let's just use this one. So you see, I can keep like putting this more ephemera or more journal card here, but the spot where I cut it and the lady itself, it's not tearing apart. It's because I put the packing tape, and the packing tape is a plastic, so it's not going to tear apart easily. Anyways, that's one tip that I want to share with you. And behind this is just pretty interesting dyed paper. And this one is a belly band that I made using the filing from the Monroe Fleur digital kit, and put some more journal card. And this one is not empty actually, I thought it's empty. More ephemera from the Monroe Fleur. Let's put it here. And this one is the embossed cardstock that my daughter made for me, and I decided to put down here so the ephemera or the journal card behind this file won't fall apart, not fall apart, like won't fall off of the book. More paper, writing spots, I mean, and this one is an interesting one in my opinion, like so. And you have like writing spot here, and you have a pocket in the middle. I created this using a side loading and junk envelope, and just put them like back to back and just glue the sides on the middle, so I have this pocket. And also I can put pretty paper here, but I decided just to ink it so my partner can write on this. And I use my Parisian romance paper to decorate it. And this one is leftover junk envelope that I decided to use as the closure for it. And this is also a pocket that I right now just put one small tag and just close like this. And yes, you can also use this space to write something. More beautiful paper, so you can write something here. More journal spot. And this is my second top loading cluster tuck spot, and for this one I just use laces and those that interesting whatever you call it, from Fatmo, and this pretty cute pom-pom thing that I got from a Unique Treasure. This is more of the pretty ephemera from the Monroe Fleur. Like again, like this one is just so pretty, so interesting looking with this cap, and I decided just to send it to my partner as is with this white border. If she wants to, she can cut it. If she wants to keep it like this, she is welcome to, because this is hers. And the reason why I sent this with the white cap is, from my own experience, it's easier to back the image on with the white cap, so I can just like put punch of glue here and put my whatever things that I use to back to add some thickness, and then cut it around it with along with this the backing. It's easier, and the image will you will not have the problem of it peeling off or opening like this. And then more paper. So this paper is my attempt to try a new way of imprinting my doily final tablecloth. It's not working, as you can see, but it made a really interesting pattern, so that's why I keep it and use it. Small paper. And this one is a floating page or pocket, and this one you can open it like so, and just write on this. I created this using only one sheet of A4 paper, and also some like scraps from my previous Lively and Rose writing journal, or scraps from this project, my Parisian romance paper. And this one I used the music paper scraps and white scraps and what's not. And this one, instead of making it into a writing spot, I made it into a pocket, which now I can put some more journal cards. Yeah, as you might notice, there are tons and tons of like journal card here. I did not count how many that I put in. I just know I still have tons as well. Oh, I need to show you this. It's like more journal spot here from the journal kit. And then this one is my double pocket, like this, and another pocket on the top. And this is the scrappy pad. I made this scrappy pad using the leftover paper from my other project that I still keep around, and decided to use leftover paper from this journal for the what is called, sorry, the words just keep skipping me tonight. I'm a bit too tired. For the cover, that's what I want to say. And I just use my staple to put them together. I just put it here, my paper, more writing spot. And this one lady, I also cut a little bit around her body so she can function as a tuck spot as well as a belly band. I think it's really interesting to cut the lady, because then my partner can write something on this, maybe like explanation of like whatever ephemera that she put behind this lady. I like to do something like this, but I cannot do it like on every page, because some of the main feature of the design is very complicated, and it's just not easy for me to decide where I want to cut it. Like for example, like this one, like this lady. I personally think like this is pretty just to stay as is, instead of like cutting her and then use her as the tuck spot. But if you think it's interesting, well, you can also do it if you are. Anyway, so in this one I made this envelope pocket using junk envelope, put some ephemera and some journal card, and use music paper as the background. As you might have noticed now, I don't really like using music paper as my journal page, because I personally feel that there's nothing much that you can do with the music paper as a journaling page. As well, you can use it as to put photo, stick ephemera or whatever, but I personally prefer to use it as a background for like a pocket page or something that doesn't interfere much with I shouldn't say interfere much, like doesn't really do much except for as a background. And this is more like writing space, and this is an envelope that I made using junk envelope, not envelope, a pocket I made using junk envelope. And this one is, now I put the tag. I back this image using the opening of Kleenex box, the small one. And after I put her, I feel like this looks like a frame that I used this, the shape like the oval shape. And then I saw the pile of feather on my desk and decided I can make a frame using the feather, and that's what I did, and it looks so cute in my opinion. And I also used a lace for the like the tag holder. And this envelope, this pocket, I just covered the front using the scraps, also this doily. And this one is this kind of like a scallopy thing. It's also a scrap from when I made the edge laces. I know it's just like small scrap that people would like to throw away, but for me, I can use it for some decoration like this, so why not? That's why I'm using it now. I did not cover the bag, I didn't ink this because I think my part, I just want to leave the decision to my partner if she wants to use this as a part of altar paper clip or glue it in a page or whatever she wants. I also did not decorate this. I personally doesn't really like to put like bulky decoration on a pocket, because sometimes when you put a lot of items on the pocket, it will become, oh, I already take it apart. But anyways, if you put a lot of things on a pocket, it will be like, it will like bend. And if you put something big like this, it might like pop, and it doesn't really look nice in my opinion. And that's why I just decided to leave this as is, so my partner can decide whether she wants to decorate it or not, or however she wants to decorate it to make this into more into hers. And this one, and this is a cascading not overlapping pocket page with more journaling card, and like so. And here, yeah, like I said, there are tons and tons of journaling cards in this journal. And this is the end of the second journal. And again, this one is also my failed attempt to try a new way of imprinting doily on a paper. When paper dyeing, it didn't work, but it made this interesting looking pattern on my dead paper. And that's it. That's my journal. Thank you for watching. I hope you got inspired by this journal. Happy crafting. Until next video. Bye.